Okay, welcome back to modeling the motion tracker for Blender Challenge 4, a security device. And I've decided that I'm going to move forward rather than working more on this. I'll come back to that a little bit later. So here's what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to select all of these faces here to make the next section. Okay, so I've got that. Shift D, I'll move it out. P to break it out. Okay, so I got that. Bring you back. I think I'm going to now delete a lot of these edges. Dissolve them. So I've got just that. I'm going to look from the side and select it. And now I'm going to hit E to extrude. I'm going to bring it forward. And say something like that. And then I'm going to select this part here. And I'm going to bring it up like this. Move this back a little bit. I'm going to grab this edge here. I'm going to pull it forward. I'm just going to adjust this here and there. A bit like this, a little bit like that. This kind of thing, so we get it sloping up and sloping down. So it looks like that. All right, so now I'm going to try to do some panel-like work on this. And I think the way I'm going to need to do this is by putting in some edge loops here. Pressing GG here and there, just setting up some edge loops. So I'm just putting them in and I'm pressing GG for edge slide. And with that there, I'm then going to start straightening things up. So I'll scale Z 0, and it'll go a little funny, but that's okay. And this scale Z 0. And these ones I'm going to scale Y 0. And this one scale Y 0. Pull that one in a bit. So we'll use this region here, and we'll indent it like that. And I'm going to come over to the bevel, and I'm going to switch over to arc, and that'll curve these a little bit. So I can have a space in there. And I might want to rethink some of this. Let me grab this. Let's see, let me just do that. I might want just a few of these edges here. Look at this. Okay, it's a bit messy, but and then what I'm going to do is come in here in edge selection and face selection, sorry. Shift D, take that out. P to break it out. And I can extrude it back. And I'm going to delete that face, push it back in, Okay, and then I can come in here and I'm going to roll my mouse up a few times, and I think I'll get rid of that one. And let's grab these, Control B, and just make a space like that. Another edge loop there, and Control B, and just grab, say, these, and we'll extrude them in a little bit, and we'll have that. Now maybe I want to put bolts, tiny bolts. So I wonder if I want to move those up at all. So go into wireframe, and I'm going to do it like that. I'll do it like this. Grab those and just yank them up a little bit. I want a bit more empty space here than here, so it's not perfectly symmetrical. And let's just take this bolt, screw, whatever, and duplicate it. Come on up to there, and let's just hit S to scale, make them pretty small. And we'll rotate that in the X. Let's try that and see how it's starting to look. Okay, see? That would be like that. And then let's see, on the other side, this is Control 3. I'm going to do something a bit different. Put an edge loop down there, and I take this GG. I come up, and I want these, I think, scale said 0. To be straight, and scale these in the Y. Now I think I want this one in line. See what this area would look like. Okay, I want slide this in. See what that looks like. So that's kind of straight with that. Sure, I like that. I think I need this to go up more. Let's try that. It's looking a little wide to me. Yeah, maybe not. All right, let's go with that. So let's take that Shift-D, P to break it out. Go back in. Let's get rid of, no, we can't get rid of that. Let's just extrude it back and get rid of that back face and pull it in. Okay. All right, either way, I think I'm gonna want to put it back on this for now. Just F. And I think that's gonna help us. Make a big hole down here for a dial of some sort. Let's try this. We've got a hole. Let's get rid of this. All right, Alright, so that gets rid of some of my bevel when I do that. I think what I'll do is I'm going to apply the bevel and then I'll apply that. In fact, let's take this and let's not do that yet. Let's come in, Shift D, take this up, scale it down, and just position it a little bit like that. And then I can get both at the same time. I can now delete that. And let's see if there's anything I can do about these. And there might not be. I'm going to just select everything and see if there's any way I can bevel this. Put a few segments. And then come in and get all this if possible. And shade smooth just this inner ring part. I'll come out to the surface and right click and shade smooth. See how she looks. And let's bring everything else back. So obviously it shows through, so I'll think about not doing that. I'll do it this way. I'll think about deleting those faces and maybe putting a face on there. And for these, I can shade flat those. And they'll probably stick in. Okay, so can I get in here? Get these guys, and I'm not really going to be able to tell. So I've got them selected. Maybe I'll just move them out until I see them. Okay, well, that's come along like that. And then what I was thinking was something along the lines of selecting this one, Shift D, I'll bring it out, P, break it out, and with that, let's make a little dial. It'll come out like this, E and S, E, just real simple stuff. I could do that, E and S, E, scale that. I'm going to have to inset that. I'm going to use subdivision surface on this. And I'll select these hard edges here. And we'll bevel those with, say, 1. And we'll get rid of this back face. Now let's try Control 1 and see how that looks with an edge loop down here. And is that enough? Let's see. Okay. What we're going to need is an edge loop here. I might go for just that. We'll see. But I'm going to do something else. And it's just pretty typical stuff to do. Select that. Select, check or deselect, inset, like this, and E and Alt S, and let's say push. Okay, and then Control B, but with just no segments, just like that, just to sharpen them up. You know, just to do that, to give it a little bit of texture. You know what, I don't really like that very much, so I'm going to back out, and I think I will select them all. We'll try that, inset, E and Alt S, and push, and then that Control B stuff. hold shift because it kind of goes kind of funny. I just might like that better. Just might catch the light differently, you know. So I'm not crazy about this edge. I find it too sharp. So I'm going to delete what? Dissolve that. And this one I might just pull down this way. I have a softer edge there. This one could be hard. That's okay. And then let's do something kind of similar, kind of different too. Shift D. Let's bring that out. P. I was thinking of, let's see what we got here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that E and S, come in like this. Let's delete that face there. There we go, all that stuff. Oops. And let's grab that edge and let's grid fill this like this. And then I'm going to select, and then I'm going to give it some thickness. I'll go backwards, get rid of that face. And then in face selection, I'm going to select a bunch of these. I would make like a row. I'll try this, see how I like it. Just extrude it out. It's a little lopsided, but that's just the way it is. In fact, I'm going to rotate this in the X and sort of straighten it. And then I'm going to grab these ones here. And I'm going to scale these into Z a bit. That's basically all I want to do. And I'm going to try Control 1 on that as well. And then I'll have this, and I'll bring an edge loop down, not too tight. And I'll just bring an edge loop up, again, not too tight. So I get this. We'll just see how that looks. I think it might need to be bigger. It might be tough to turn that. Would it be? Oh well, that's what it's gonna be. That's okay like that, but yeah. Let's rotate this in the X. So I got that. Now, so I got these bolts. I think I gotta do the same thing. Let's Shift D those. I just want to see if it's too many. Maybe I don't need this one. I don't know. It's something. Space up here as well. because I'm going to have a battery pack and there's going to be a wire that's going to attach. Let's just see how that looks if I do it like that. And the usual routine. Shift D. I'm going to switch over to normal. Push it out. P to break it out. For this one, I can get rid of that. Pull it in. Delete. Push it in. And I want to do a similar thing. That's a lot of polys there. Just rebuild one. I'll try. Okay. Let's bring the 3D cursor there. Let's just bring in a cylinder. No. Maybe I'll try to conserve. Go to 18, scale it down. Let's try looking from the side and scaling it. Let's see. Okay. Let's just rotate this. Probably should have used more polys if I'm going to cut any holes. So maybe I won't. Maybe I will just do this and this. And scale that and Z maybe. Maybe I'll scale. No. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. As you can tell. And did I select that even? Okay, it's a little bit ugly. It does nothing to me for me. So let's isolate it and get rid of this bottom one. Maybe we can just expand these out to do something. And I was thinking we might need two, or maybe not. Maybe I could just do this again. I'll put one in here and just do that or something. And then go nuts with these bolts. I look kind of dumb. Maybe that one doesn't need them. There'd be a battery pack back here, like I say, with a wire. So I might adjust that later. It's just there for now. Yeah, okay. All right, so let's have a look at this, just like this. Let's see what it looks like so far. Yeah. Well, that's what she is so far. It's coming along. Not too high poly, so I think I might have just one more section up at front and then a bunch of other stuff at the back to give it some detail. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there.